Greetings ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to another replay, this time in the American Tier 7 heavy tank, the T29. I'm platooned up here with Johnny and Craig, who you may well have seen in previous videos. Johnny is also in his T29 and Craig is in his ever trustworthy and fun E25. We are here on Westfield and we have a TOG, which means that victory is assured, as anybody should be able to tell you. I love the TOG. God bless it. Right, chat is the standard curmudgeon of garbage. Now, Westfield. Nice thing about Westfield, if you're in a T29, is you're a heavy tank, so you will spawn at the top of the hill, and there's some hills and whatnot over here, on which you can use your 10 degrees of gun depression and your badass turret. And pretty darn good gun to wreck the enemy team. So that is the game plan. Now, an ARL has also come up here. A Cromwell has spotted us, alas. Johnny is also on the hill line, but he's moved over to the right hand side, and Craig has gone to the other side of the map in his E25. So we ponder over the top here, just exposing the top of our turret, and oh look, it's a KV-1S. It's alright, he wasn't using that health. Oh dear. And we've started laying in the damage. Now the reload on this gun isn't the best, but that M6 wasn't using that health either. But it's good enough. With a 100% crew and without rammer and all that jazz, which is what I've got here. Sorry, I don't have a rammer here, hence the reload is something of the order of 11 odd seconds, I think. Which doesn't give it the best DPM, might be 10 seconds. Certainly not the best DPM, but ooh, KV-1S does not have the top gun. And we take a bounce there and set the KV-1S on fire. He apparently doesn't have a fire extinguisher, so that seals his fate. But yes, the gun doesn't have the best DPM, but it's a pretty darn good gun. The main problem with it, if I'm honest, there we go, kill number 2, finish off that poor 82. The main problem with this gun is actually the accuracy. It's like 0.42 or something. It's a pretty darn inaccurate gun. But there we go. Sherman Jumbo is using the 76mm gun, and I kill steal that guy and managed to dodge the artillery, which is always nice. So, down into this little valley. I'm on 3 kills, and Johnny also has a kill. Gonna see what we can see. Craig, alas, comes unstuck on the other flank and gets taken out by a T-34-85. Now I'm keeping an eye out to my left hand side. It's not uncommon for there to be someone up there, be they a tank destroyer, although they won't be in this case, or artillery or whatnot. But there doesn't appear to be anything up there. Johnny avenges Craig's death and takes out... oh no, it may not be the same T-34 actually. He takes out one of the T-34s. I'm not sure off the top of my head if it's the one that took out Craig. But we're basically coming over to this side of the map to try and use our gun depression, and there we go, target up, IS. He appears to have a 122mm gun. He also appears to think he's going to be okay by sitting out in the open, and there is the accuracy of this 105mm gun. 198 average millimeters of penetration into the side of an IS, but the shot doesn't go exactly where I aim it, and it bounces. But second shot goes into the IS perfectly happily. IS decides to stop here. Maybe he's been tracked, who knows. Third shot also doesn't go where I aim it, but still manages to go through the side of that guy. Now I make a mistake here. I move forwards. I think I'm going to have a blind shot. There we go, I have a blind shot at that IS's last location, but the IS has moved. There he is. Damn it. Now I get a little bit greedy. I move forward to try and kill that IS, and this is potentially going to backfire horribly. The T29 has really, really good frontal turret armor. Its hull armor is workable, but that's about it. And we are rewarded with a tracking shot on the IS. Now this Cromwell on my right hand side is going to give me problems. Not only is he spotting me, he's coming up and putting shots into me. I move forwards in an attempt to get a shot on his Comet friend. Have a shot on the Comet. Cromwell pops up again and puts another shot into me, and there's a shot from artillery. I repair the tracks to move back, and administer some CPR to one of my loaders. And the side and rear armour on this tank is terrible, so it really doesn't take artillery shots that well. I get tracked by a T-34-85, bounce a shot from the right, another artillery shell lands nearby, take a damaging hit there from the T-34-85, bounce another shot. I'm just pulling back here, and you can see there's another hit. You can see the mistake I made. I went too far forwards, I got too greedy. And as a result, suddenly I've lost 1,000 health. Now, artillery obviously didn't help from my perspective, as in, you know, they hit me. But that was not an entirely unforeseeable situation. I should not have gone that far forwards, that was a mistake. I mean, it looks like this game's pretty secure, but nonetheless, that was greedy. Now, their Comet takes out our Panzer IV, and I'm moving back toward our base to try and get some shots on the guys who are moving through the valley. We have the Tog over there as well, so at the very least he should be able to soak up some damage, and with that good gun on the Tog, he should be able to lay out damage as well. And here's one thing you can see, that the T29 is not lightning quick, but with a top speed limit of about 35 kilometers an hour, it's not the slowest tank in the world. There's that bloody irritating Cromwell. Can I possibly do something about him? One shot into him, taking off. It was a slightly below average damage roll, but you know, whatever. It wasn't too below average. Taking off a nice big chunk of his health. And he manages to put a house between myself and him, irritatingly, and he takes out one of the artillery pieces. Now there's not only that Cromwell, there's also a Comet around here. There's the Comet. I think the Tog's engaging him. Now, I may not be able to kill that Cromwell, but that doesn't mean, for example, that other people can't. And in the end, the GW Panther decides that enough's enough. If a job's worth doing, he's going to darn well do it himself. And there's that Comet, who has indeed been fighting our Tog, and in a straight-up one-on-one fight with the Tog, actually, the Comet will... I don't actually know who would win. The Comet has better DPM, the Tog has more health, and neither of them really have enough armour to bounce the other's shots. Regardless of who would win in that highly theoretical situation, our Tog definitely appears to be getting the better of this engagement at the moment. There's also that IS down there who, well, I owe a little bit of pain to, but the Tog decides to take him out. Alas, their GW Panther takes out our Tog. Tog does not have a lot of armour, and artillery tends to make a mess of it. So there's just that Comet and that ever-irritating T-34-85 remaining. Our artillery polishes off that Comet, and so I just need to come over here and do something about that T-34-85, preferably without dying. We make it across the valley. To the other side, he must be somewhere up here. That's where I was taking fire from, on this side of the map. There he is. Put a shot into him to take out about half his health. He bounces on me, and apparently decides to ram me. So I get my 4th kill. I avenge Craig. So that was the guy who killed Craig earlier on. But he actually gets the kill on me as well. So there we go, I guess. A bit of 6 to 1 half dozen the other. So I hope you guys enjoyed that replay. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel. And I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.